evening, morning, and or afternoon, Blood Bowl fans. This is Gamba, and I am here to do a little bit of update and shed a little bit of light on what the playoffs are looking for. I've been getting a lot of coaches, which have a right to be antsy about how we are formatting playoffs. And I know I haven't had a whole lot of time, and I haven't really been able to get to it since I was at vacation, then the league started, and then I've worked about 70 hours or so a week, and what time I've had off, I've kind of just been laying low. No excuses, though. So in the background, we got some of our newbie league. Me playing my crutch team against one of our newer coaches. And it's some good fun, so you can watch in the back. So I guess let's just jump right into it. Let me get this little arrow out of the way so you can see the pretty coins flip. First off, what we're thinking about. Nothing is 100% set in stone, because I've only done a little bit of the math and I've tried to write out the tree, but we're going to use 13-player format, and I think that's what we're going to try to keep it at for foreversies, because 13 players with 3 divisions let us do 1 bye week, or 3 bye weeks, and still manage to have everything be alright, and that way we can give the 3 bye weeks to the winners of each division. Makes perfect sense in my mind. So, first off the bat, what it's looking like is if you win REL, G-Man, or the Big O, you bought yourself a bye week. The rest of the seeding is going to be done where we are going to try to match you up against coaches you have not played. So, i.e., G-Man versus America, America versus Big O, and etc. It's going to make the time zone a little shitty, but in my opinion, I'd rather coaches who've never played each other or don't get to play each other that often get the ability to, to smash up next to each other and play with each other. It's much more fun than, you being doubled up against someone you just played and you're not looking forward to playing. So, the way it's looking like, besides that, is, as I've already told you guys, we are giving out the number of tickets determined on how many teams are in each division. So the best way I could see to do that as of right now, and I'm going to double check my math while we do it, is 3 tickets to each winning, or Div 1 will get to go to playoffs. So that's 9 coaches right there, and then 1 to Div 2, and then the divs below it as wild cards. So that should bring us to 13, I believe. The new Div 4 and the REL is not included in this, due to the fact that they started late and are going to be playing a lot less games, / they're kind of a splash over league. I know that might be poopy for them, but they're going to be kind of on the bench until the next season. So that's what we're looking for. I know we've had a couple other questions about what we're going to do for G-Man, since some of the divisions are so small. And honestly, right now, it's backfill. We probably won't be dropping all 4 in Div 1. We probably won't be dropping anyone in Div 2. But I kind of have to see how it goes. And I know for a fact, Andy, you're going to hate that, also known as Donkey. And there's a couple other coaches that are really going to hate that answer. But I can't do anything until I know the guarantees of who's staying and who's leaving and who's re-rolling. If we have, taking Div 2, for example, if we have anyone re-rolling in Div 2 going out, I mean, they're only at 8 people right now. It's a tiny little division. Kind of the same for Div 1. So, as of right now, the G-Man isn't going to follow those rules. The Big O, since all you have is 1 division right now, same deal. Until you develop your Division 2 next season, everyone in Div 1 from the Big O will be in Div 1 next season for Big O. REL, 100% is going to be following the regular rules. We will be dropping all members and raising all members. Anyone who quits, since we have full divisions, will fall out. A big question that I already know is coming is, Gamba, we have a lot of divisions which are the exact same and started at the exact same time. How are we going to determine who goes up and who goes down and what division they go into? And I say to you, that's a great question. And that's why I like you guys, because you have lots of great questions. The answer is, I don't have any idea whatsoever. And you're like, Gamba, we really hate that answer. Once again, it really falls on how many people drop. If we have as many people drop as they dropped last season in the REL, it's going to be just shuffled as best we can. If all goes to plan and no one drops, they're going to stay in the division order that they are at. Me, Metal, and Loom, and all the other admins did our damnedest to put together and try to seed who we thought was best in the top seeds to bottom seeds. I know that doesn't give everyone the benefit of the doubt, because I know some coaches may have been misseeded or and such, but it was the best way that we could do it. We'd sit down, we looked at a coach, we said, hey, do you know this coach? And they go, yeah, no. And if they said, yeah, are they good? Are they bad? Do you think we need to put them closer to the top of the division, or do we need to put them in a lower division so they kind of get to feel out? And if we didn't know a coach, for the benefit of the doubt, we put them lower. So didn't try to pick favorites or any of that. Just was trying to make sure that we could make it as fair as possible, and if everything worked out for the best, go by usual, because most likely, since we are backfilling, everyone is going to be going up pretty quickly if we don't lose anyone in the G-Man, because we're going to have to put a lot of people to fill Div 2, and people from Div 2 are going to be backfilling Div 1. So, I guess here's the too long didn't listen thing. Number 1 from each division, you get a bye week. So like we've all been saying to the people who are like, well, what do we need to do? Win. 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 You will get a bye week if you win. For the people who want more than that, top 3 go to playoffs of Div 1. Top 1 of the lower divs, since they're all kind of equal, get a bye week, or get to go into playoffs. Obviously, we're going to change this, or we might keep it depending on how it works. And then as far as who goes up and who goes down, and the G-Man, people are just going to be going pretty much up. We're going to need to backfill. Unless, I think we have 11 or 12 in the G-Man Div 1, and if that's the case, we might be able to make the bottom 1 fall, or bottom 2 fall. But then that's even more backfilling. So I'm going to talk to them. It's going to be more or less, we're going to have to talk to the admins and see how poorly they did, and if we feel that they actually need to go a little lower to either fix their team or maybe grind out a little more experience. So pretty much G-Man's going to be everyone's going to try to push forward, except for Div 3 and Div 4, per usual. Top 4 up. Well, most of them up, and then some down. And then REL is going to function as normal, and no change for the Big O. So, I hope that helps. It's a lot of rambling. I'm kind of tired and didn't write this down like I normally do, where I have a script in front of me. I will try to update the rules as soon as possible, but after I do this video and post it, I'm most likely going to bed. And that's pretty much it. Prize stuff will be posted as well up there, since the leaders who got their first dibs are done. I'm just going to post up a nice little Formu Poo on the REL, letting you guys who got prizes just put your picks on a sheet so I can get them out to you as soon as possible. First come, first serve. Don't delete anything or erase anyone else's post. That makes you a dick, and that's not cool. And that's it. I hope you guys like the answers more than I thought you didn't, and I hope that makes you guys happy. And if you don't like it and you have any opinions, feel free to let me know what they are. But like I said, for the most part, the format stuff's going to stay. I've already talked about the admins. They're happy with the 13, and it makes a lot of sense. So there's probably not going to be too much changing when it comes to that. And then as far as the backfilling, that's what I planned on doing, so that's probably not going to have a whole lot of changing either. So that is that. I will see you guys all on the pitch. Make sure you get your games in. Div 1 G-Man, I'm looking at you. You done messed up. You haven't done it at all. You got one game and it's not good. No bueno. And look at these goatmen. They're like, oh man, we're gonna beat up Griff, and Griff's like, goatman, you can't beat me up. I'm Griff. I'm Griff Overwall. Screw you, goats. I'm gonna score a touchdown. Because that's what Griff does. Alright. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm done rambling. Bye bye.